Hi, my name is Sean Olson. I'm going to demonstrate a few of the new features added to the Normal Tools 1.3 in Wallworm. And you can find these new features down at the bottom of the Normal Tools. We have Out from Pivot, Out from Center, Out from Face, and Randomize. Now, Out from Face was previously in it, but now these new options, the Pivot, Center, and Randomize. So I'm going to show you what these do. And we're going to demonstrate here on this piece of foliage. As you can see, we previously set all the normals to point straight up in the previous demonstration. And now I'm going to show you some new automated features. We can just say we want these all to go out from the pivot, from the current pivot. So if I click that, you'll see that all of the normals are out from the pivot. Or I could say I want these to be out from the center. If we do that, they're all now out from the center of this object. And we still have Out from Face, which has a slightly strange effect, and it's actually going to be the same as Out from Center in this specific case. Now, Randomize, what it does is will deviate the current normal from 0 to 1, 1 being a full deviation and 0 being none at all. What it does is it will kind of rotate the normal on the X, Y, and Z axes with as much deviation as this randomly. So in this case, if I hit Randomize, all of these normals slightly offset by 10% in each of the axes. And I can keep doing that as much as I want. Now, of course, you might only want certain ones to deviate. So I'm going to go back to Out from Pivot, and I'm going to change the current selection to just the top ones. And I want to say just the selected normals. And in this case, I want to just deviate these top ones a little bit, and you'll see that the bottom normals are staying wherever they were last. And if I want to work on a couple objects at once, I'm going to use this object over here, and I'm going to align its normals from the center out also, or the pivot out. And in this case, the pivot is at the center, so that's going to be the same as the center out. And if I wanted this to be kind of like that one, I could just go switch the pivot, Effect Pivot Only, and move it down to the bottom. And then, at which case, if I do Pivot Out, it'll be out from there. And let's say we only want to deviate the top ones of this also. So if I select both of these objects, I'll isolate them to make this easier to see here. And I want selected normals only, and from the selection I can now hit Randomize, and only the top normals up here, you can't see it much because it's not deviating a lot, but let's go to 7, Randomize, and it'll be a little bit more drastic. And again, the bottom normals are not changing. So if I go over here to modify, you'll see these are all kind of crazy in different ways. Same if I go over here, you're going to see that the top ones are all deviating randomly. And because I have this on selection, it's only going to work on the selected nodes. So if I now start randomizing this one's changing, but not that one. Go back to Pivot Out, and just to show you how this little Objects to Edit menu applies to this, if I want to work on both of these objects at all times, regardless of my selection, I can add those to the Objects to Edit list, undo the selection, and now it will actually work on these regardless of whatever nodes are selected in the scene. And now the top ones are being modified.